Good morning, family. This is Ricky, and welcome to Hope for Today. We're back in Psalm 23. You all, this morning, one of the most oft-read passages that have encouraged the hearts and souls of God's people for literally thousands of years. Indeed, I think that number, King David would have been on the scene, around 1000 BC or so? So 3,000 years, I think, is around the math. I'm sorry that I'm just thinking out loud with you guys. But for 3,000 years, this passage has been encouraging God's people. And my point is this: if it's helped God's people for 3,000 years, I declare it can help us today. We're in the second part of verse 2. Yesterday, he makes me lie down in green pastures. Today, God, David says, he leads me beside still waters. He leads me beside still waters. Now, I want you to hold on to this thought. You can't beat God giving. Okay? Hear that again. You can't beat God giving. I grew up in the old school black church, and we used to sing this song. It went like this. You can't beat God given, no matter how you try. And those old folks would sing that old song. And the song was about this idea that you can't get from the world what you always get from God. Who am I talking to this morning? You cannot get from the world what you can get and always get from God, no matter how you try. It's about provision of God far surpasses the provision of the world. That's why David says he leads me beside still waters. Go with me to the classroom for a few seconds. I promise we're going to church. Now, many times in the countrysides in ancient times, a shepherd had to be faithful to constantly find a water resource for his sheep. And so there would have been a pond over here or a lake there, but 9 times out of 10, especially in the Near East, there would have been brooks, coming down from the mountain. Maybe there's some snow melt, and there's a little brook just on the other side of the pasture. And so a shepherd was always finding these little brooks, these little creeks to lead his sheep to. Here's the problem. Sheep are so fickle and so scary that water that was rushing too fast scared them to death, and they wouldn't drink it. So it'd be coming down and bubbling, and they'd be like, like Mufasa, and they wouldn't drink it. What a faithful shepherd would do for this bubbling water is he'd go up just a few feet, and he'd take a great big stone and put it in the middle of the water. And what would happen is that the babbling brook would now rush up against the stone, and that thereby be diminished, where there was a cool stream that felt comfortable enough for the sheep to drink from. The idea is that the shepherd would go through whatever he had to go through. He would lift whatever weight he had to lift. He would journey whatever journey he had to journey in order to provide for his sheep. And I know you have needs, and I know you have hurts, and I know you need a healing today. Some of you need financial blessing today. Some of you need the restoration of a relationship today. But David is saying he's the God who do whatever it takes to set up nourishment for whatever it is you have need of, and to put your faith in that kind of God today. He leads me beside still waters. We're praying for your provision and for your trust and faith to hold on to the shepherd who can. That's hope for today. I'll see you next time.